Chargers, like their stripes are bolts, which actually looks cool compared to the fucking Rams, which are supposed to be horns, but they just look like little fucking swirlies. Like the Ram shit should be. I mean, the Charger shit should be thin. Like the accents on the sleeves, like they're bolts. I get that. But the Ram shit is too thin.
The Ram should be bulkier because it's a Ram.
Because it's a horn. Like, what kind of little rinky dink ass reindeer horns are you putting on those fucking sleeves?
Like, is it a baby Ram? Is it a tram?
But
damn, I don't know.
And even just the way they presented it, giving us like all 6 of their different uniform combinations, showing essentially a baby, essentially showing the different combinations. Like, okay, we got a baby blue jersey, we got a white jersey, and we got a blue and a navy. So we got 3 different jerseys, and then we got 4 different sets of pants. We got the white pants, the yellow pants, the blue pants, and then the navy pants. So even just the way they presented it, I feel like was a win because the Rams kind of just gave us 3. But yeah, man,
the Chargers look like they had more fun with it.
Chargers won the uniform battle
because they kept it almost the same as last year, but then they took a little step further, and it looks like they had more fun with it. And there's some other things that piss me off about the Rams, but that's
shit. They got the number on the helmet too.
Indeed.
I fuck with that.
And the Chargers also are definitely a better team than the Rams.
Hot take, sir. Hot take, sir.
I mean, shit.
I think they're pretty close.
Nah. I mean, the only advantage they might have is that
they should have kept those all grays, though. They had last year.
Yeah.
Those shits are kind of tight.
But I don't know how it would fit with the rest of their new stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of like, okay, if you're gonna do that, I don't know. Like when I think of like their dope ones, it's like the one where I see Gurley and like the royal blue and the gold. That was really fire. And then like,
I even like the I don't like the Rams all yellow, but I think they're tight. Like if I was a Rams fan,
yeah,
because like you said, you can't look away from them.
And that's the issue. It's like I'm looking at an Aaron Donald jersey right now, and I'm like, it looks like a Pro Bowl jersey. Look at their home one.
Yeah, I seen it.
That number shade?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's literally what I was just talking about for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You good, sir?
No, I'm good. I mean, I also might have CTE. I don't know. I've been forgetting a lot of shit lately. But, like, it just... The more and more I look at it, the more and more I just find a reason to not like it after a while. But, like, it's cool, but... I'm not going to like the number thing.
I feel like...
I'm not going to like it.
I feel like they kind of look similar just so that they can mesh in the new arena. Because I feel like the new arena is going to play on...
Like, the lighting will probably
blue.
make it look better.
Maybe.
It'll probably make it pop. I don't really... The away one almost looks like it could have been gray.
Yeah, that bone joint.
This one?
Yeah.
Looks like they could have had that gray. Now, I'm going to just bring this up now. I was going to save it for one of our segments, but I saw the video for, like, the Rams auxiliary uniforms. Robert Woods was cutting his grass, playing basketball. Cooper Kupp was in and out of the refrigerator and whatnot. And he changed his jersey number from 18 to 10.
Wasn't B. Cooks 10?
Yeah.
Or was he 13?
No, he was 10. But, like, 18 is a much better number than trash-ass 10. Like, why? I don't understand. I just don't.
Because he wants to be... He wants to show, like, he's the number one receiver now.
Number 10 isn't a number... just because DeAndre Hopkins did
But I think it's more of just, like, his mindset of, like, okay, when I was 18, I was this overlooked, 4th-round pick or whatever.
No, he was highly touted, like, the whole process. Everybody said, he's going to be great. He's going to be great. And then he turned out to be great.
I mean, he was kind of.
He's won over Robert Woods.
He was kind of, but he was also kind of overlooked, too.
Nah, he just was double-teamed because, like, okay, you got Cooper Kupp who's going to make plays.
But anyways, what I'm saying is it's just mentally like it's a new era for him. You know, he's not a 2A or 2B receiver anymore in his mind, and I think in the Rams' offensive mind, he's the number one, and they need him to be the alpha.
Is he though?
I mean, I think the question is what you said earlier is
because I would take Woods over Kupp.
It's not if he's a number one. It's is he a number one on a good team?
Yeah, I would take Woods over Kupp because Woods has been productive even in trash-ass Buffalo. By the way, that sent me.
Well, you don't even like Robert Woods in Buffalo.
I hated that he went to Buffalo because it was going to stifle his career. You realize
Robert Woods was like your Robert Woods was Robert Woods was like your least favorite USC receiver.
That's a lie.
Besides Nelson Aguilar.
That's a lie. Nelson Aguilar is my least favorite USC receiver.
And then it's Robert Woods.
No, Robert Woods was like
okay.
When I watched him play at Sarah.
Then it's Farmar. And then it's Robert Woods.
Farmer's what, a running back? Farmer don't count.
R.I.P. Joe McKnight.
My homeboy who played football with them at Sarah when they were winning state titles, they were like, Farmer's just big and fast. Woods is a beast, and Marquise Lee. So, like, Woods was like...
Weren't all them dudes on the same track team?
They were all on the same team at the same time.
The same track team, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dory, all them cats were on the same team.
They dusted Roosevelt.
Khalil Tate.
We was running the IE, bro. Running people off the track, and then... And we got to stay.
You saw the inner city kids.
Got to stay, and
it was like, oops. all the inner city kids are actually faster.
They're all running 10s. And
They're fast. They just don't like. Now they have a better track, but even then, when they didn't have like the great track, they were faster than everybody. It was like Long Beach Poly, Sarah.
And the funny thing is, my boy, shout out to him, C. Mace. He actually moved from Sarah, and he was like their fifth, sixth man. Like, you know, he was their alternate. And then he came to our school and was like
a star.
He was like, no, not a star, but he was like the fourth person. Like,
bro, Sarah. At one point, Sarah's backup safeties were like running 4.5s. Like backup line, like a homie of mine. He was a backup linebacker. He just kept getting a bunch of concussions. He was running like a 4.5.
But yeah, man, we're on a tangent, so let's get back to it. The XFL shit, you want to break that down?
Okay, so pretty much Vince McMahon, yet again, finds ways to skirt the rules when he's firing people. So it's bad enough that he fired a bunch of wrestlers who wanted their releases like a year ago in a pandemic, and then some of whom he re-signed to fat contracts and then cut them, like Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Right after they had a big WrestleMania match. But this whole Oliver Luck situation, one of the reasons he is claiming cause for firing Oliver Luck is because he said that he used XFL phones, cell phones, for personal calls, whatever that could mean. Then he said he violated one of the rules by signing Antonio Callaway, even though Antonio Callaway technically never played for the XFL. Said it violated his the rule they had on not signing people with a criminal history and all that. So, even though that's kind of shaky.
Wait, but didn't they sign Sean Oakman?
But he was innocent.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He got acquitted.
But, like, some of the other stuff with, like, Callaway, it's like, well, if you plead out, I mean, and I don't think he even played for anybody. I just think he got a tryout or something like that. Or they were considering it. But I don't know how much stock went in them actually, you know, considering him. And then the third reason was pretty much saying that he just wasn't useful in his position. Now, yeah, they were losing money, but that's not his fault. Like, almost all upstart leagues lose money their first year. But they were following. And here's why, on Luck's side, they're saying it's BS. It's because it's like, well, you owe him $24 million. You filed bankruptcy so you didn't have to pay anybody, and you want to sell the XFL to get your money back so you don't have to pay Luck, and they're saying it looks like bullshit. As to these reasons look like bullshit, and they're really like not good reasons. It's just you're using company speak as to why you fired this dude, but you still owe him money. And yeah, it could go on for a while as far as if he's gonna have to pay Oliver Luck. $24 million. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of scratch. That's a lot of money. And for a guy who lost a bunch of money on the XFL the second time around, probably less money, but because it's the pandemic, definitely lost a lot of money. Vince is kind of just known to do shady, kind of just cutthroat business decisions. And this is kind of one of them. So when I look at this Oliver Luck situation, it's definitely not going anywhere. Luck is definitely going to sue and take this as far in the court as possible.
Yeah, he has money to burn.
Yeah, Vince has money to burn, but he's going to be smart. They both
have money to burn. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's not.
But Vince isn't.
I'm sure it'll come down to a settlement because, like I said, they both have money to burn, and they can both afford to drag it out. So I think at some point, Vince is going to want to put the whole XFL shit behind him. You know, he's going to want to figure out, like all the rest of the commissioners, you know, figure out how to move forward with his key sport.
And if Luck wins this lawsuit, it opens up the door for other lawsuits.
Yeah, that's why I'm sure he'll just settle it. Other news of the day that dropped today, DeAndre Baker, Giants cornerback, and Quentin Dunbar,
former first-round pick,
Seahawks cornerback, former Redskins and Rams corner. Both have warrants for their arrest. Do you want to kind of break down the whole situation that happened there?
So pretty much the two of them, for lack of a better term, if you just base it off what TMZ reported, they robbed a cookout. About 4 counts of like felony burglary, 4 counts of something with a firearm. Yeah, some charges with a firearm. Can't remember off the top of my head. But pretty much the story goes they lost some money gambling, like allegedly $70,000 worth, and were pissed about it. Kicked over the table, made everybody give up all their watches, everything, robbed a bunch of people, and went back.
They're wanted on armed robbery.
Armed robbery. Like 4 counts. It's like 8 counts total, but 4 counts are 2 different charges.
Yep, 4 counts.
Yeah, so.
And 4 counts of aggravated assault with a firearm.
There we go, aggravated assault with a firearm. So 8 counts total apiece for both of them. And they escaped. What people are saying is like they escaped in like really fancy getaway cars. Like it was too convenient how they escaped. Like it looked like it was planned. No one just escapes that efficiently in getaway cars. So because of that, people were suggesting that they planned the whole thing out and it was premeditated to get their money back. And boy, not good, especially for DeAndre Baker being a first-round pick and him.
Well, Dunbar just did a media press conference this week, since he just caught on with the Seahawks, talking about how, he's looking forward to getting healthy. He feels like he fits their scheme. He's willing to work on his technique and do the kind of, I think it's called kick slide technique that they teach there, when a lot of corners, aren't necessarily willing to kind of change what they've been doing for so long. But to go from that to this kind of news headlines, it's just crazy to me. Like, and honestly, like, somebody else said this, but and I don't know if they're both from there, but somebody else told me, like, several professional athletes have said it before. Like, unfortunately, sometimes you just can't go home. Like, sometimes you're better off just not going home. And it
According to
sucks.
Boosie, you should leave your state where you're from.
Yeah, and